Good morning to all you cool cowboys and crafty cowgirls out there, and a warm welcome to The Roundup with Hunky Dory TV. The Roundup is a show where we take a look at all the awesome products we've brought to you over the past month, but in a kind of a Wild West style. Can I get a yeehaw? Yeehaw! Very, very good. Now, my name is Sheriff Dan, and I am the law enforcement around these parts, but I am ably assisted by the elusive and beautiful Deputy Sheriff Emily Fast Hands Ralph. Good morning, Emily.
Howdy, Dan.
Howdy, ma'am. And how are you today? You've got nothing else to say, have you? Now, Hunky Dory is a law-abiding town, a peaceful town, a simple town. We love chocolate, we love cowboys, we love cowgirls, yes we do, and we love crafting, but not necessarily in that order. But every now and then, somebody comes along and spoils our peaceful fun. And that has happened right now. Yes, we have caught an outlaw, and we have got them languishing in the demonstration station jail. Yes, you are right. Badmouth Musprat is back. Good morning, Badmouth. Good morning, Badmouth. She is a lady of very few, a man, lady man, man, lady man. She is a him, her, of many, many few words. Good morning and welcome, and we hope that, I forgot what I'm doing. Okay. That's right, she's back. Badmouth has been caught doing 3 conspicuous crimes, some dastardly deeds, and we want to know how she is going to plead. Number 1, Badmouth was caught leaving town with a 100-sheet megapack of Miri down his undies. How do you plead, Badmouth?
Guilty.
Guilty. We're shining the light on some conspicuous crimes here. Yes, we are. Badmouth was caught eating non-gluten-free beans and scaring the cowboys around the campfire with inappropriate noises. How do you plead? Okay, I think we know that. Badmouth was caught teaching little Tommy how to chew tobacco and spit on his mum's nice clean floor. Badmouth, how do you plead? Awesome. Okay, I think we can see that Badmouth is guilty of all of these crimes. She may be guilty, but we're a peace-loving people here at Hunky Dory Town, as you know. So we're going to give her the opportunity, nay, 4 opportunities to get out of that demonstration station jail. But to get out of the demonstration station jail, she needs one thing, and that's right, it's the keydom of freedom. The keydom of freedom. This is the only thing that can save Badmouth Musprat from, what, how long? A whole weekend stuck in the demonstration station jail. But there is only one way that she can get hold of this key, and that, my friends, is through our viewers voting for her/him. I keep forgetting, Badmouth has a mustache. For her/him to get out of the demonstration station jail. And the only way, you've got to vote because Musprat is going to do 4 incredible demonstrations with 4 of our incredible kits. Is this correct?
We'll try.
We'll try. Okay. Before we get into it, guys, and we've got a lot to show you, we're going to run our little Win It Weekly VT, and we're going to show you our Win It Weekly. Let's go. It's not easy being silly, is it? Here we go. We have a Premier Craft Tools mixed media mat. In fact, we don't have one. We have 6 of them that are up for grabs, people. Would you like to be in with your chance of winning one of these? All we need to know is the answer to this question. We would love you to like, share and comment. So like and share our video, please, please do. And comment with your answer too. The largest pancake ever made weighed more than A, grand piano, B, hippo, or C, tractor. Now, we're giving 6 of these away today, and this is your last opportunity to be in with a chance of winning. You can comment on YouTube, you can comment on Facebook in the comments, or indeed you can comment on the Hunky Dory Hub. It is completely up to you, but you've got to comment with the right answer. Have we had any clues during the week?
You gave them all away.
I gave them all away. I think all I said was that a grand piano is probably the lightest. Did we decide that a hippo was heavier than a tractor?
Yeah.
We did, didn't we? So a hippo's the heaviest, the tractor's the middle, and the grand piano is the lightest, we think. But we don't know that largest pancake. Did everyone have pancakes on Tuesday? Mm-hmm. And were they yummy? Mm-hmm. And what did you have on them?
I had ham and cheese on mine.
Ham and cheese, that's different. I had lemon and sugar, that's like quite...
That's normal.
That's normal, isn't it? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I'm weird.
Do you want to be in with a chance of winning one of these? Make sure that you get your comment in. People have been commenting during the week, and all of these comments go into a little pot, and then later on in the show, I'm going to say you've got 5 minutes to go, and then we will stop it, and then they will pick the winners, 6 of them, and then before the end of the show, in fact, I do believe before our last demo today, we're going to tell you who's won. Okay, we need to do something with our Kingdom of Freedom to keep it safe, don't we? Should we do this? I have a friend with me today who is going to look after our Kingdom of Freedom. Are you ready to meet them? Here we go. Ah, how cute. I don't know if cute's the right word. It's a slithery snake, but this slithery snake has no name. It has no name, Badmouth. We need to get it a name. How do we get it a name? Let's ask the viewers. Guys, would you be able to name our slithery snake who is going to look after, I don't know, is he a python? Is he a boa constrictor? Is he a rattlesnake? I don't know.
I wouldn't like to meet him in the back of an alley.
He has, he's made of fabric, so don't worry too much, you know. But he's very cute. He's going to look after our Kingdom of Freedom to make sure that Badmouth doesn't pinch it, okay? And I'm going to pop him, if I move this, then I'll pop him over here. Do me a favour, everyone. What would you name him? Best name wins something. What shall I give away? Best name that someone comes up with is going to win all 3 of these Decoupage books. That's why not? Let's give those away as well. Okay? So come up with a name for me, please, please do. Are you ready for our first kit? Are you ready, Teddy?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. The first thing we're going to look at, and I was really sad I didn't get to show this earlier on in the month when it launched, is a Woodland Story. It's absolutely beautiful. I think the colours immediately make you think of spring. Really, really pretty. You get an inspiration sheet, as you would expect. £29.97 you're seeing here on your screen. That is not just for the toppers that I'm showing you, but it's also for the inserts and for the stunning paper pad as well. Everything fold and die cut as you can expect, but look at the cute characters. Really, really cute. 2 of each design as well. So, oops, everything's going. There we go. So you get 2 of that design. You get cardstock that is going to match, foiled. You can see the foil just glinting off. A lovely silver foil. Oh, it's nice gold foil.
Gold.
Lovely gold foil in this one. And there you go. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely little characters. Woodland, you often expect Woodland to be cards to be sort of autumnal, don't you?
You do, but I think this one really fits for all times of the year. It has that quite
It's Christmassy.
nostalgic feel to it, with sort of like reminiscing of old storybooks that we grew up knowing and loving.
Oh, very, very true.
But it has beautiful floral detail throughout it that fits all year round. It's going to be absolutely perfect. I think when I launched this on telly, I said the one thing that I think this is also perfect for is for new babies. So home decor projects, because you could put these into frames and they would look absolutely stunning. Because each little topper you've got there tells a little story. You could even create storybooks with this by popping the toppers on the cardstock, writing your little verses on your inserts. It's great for not only the older generation, but also the younger generation. It's really such a cute kit.
Badmouth, I have to say,
That was quite nice.
that was quite nice.
It's probably the nicest thing I've said all day.
It's
to
the
you.
nicest thing you've said all day.
Maybe
It
all week.
wasn't bad at all.
No, maybe all week. It's quite nice.
Hey, we're changing us slowly but surely. That's what happens when you hang around at Hunky Dory. Okay, we've got inserts as well. There is, oh, look at the lovely artwork in there. Just this kind of muted watermark effect. You can pop these through your printers, guys. I don't know how many there are in this. Have you got the inserts? There's 36. There feels like more. There's absolutely bucket loads in there. I love this, and you can see some. As Badmouth said, you can go for cards all the way through the year here because there's Christmas in there as well, which is lovely. Now, there's not massive stocks of anything I'm showing you today because they are all products that have already launched here on Hunky Dory. There's the Woodland Story paper pad. So this is included in that bundle. You can get it for a tenner. Should you choose to buy it for a tenner on its own, you can do. There you go. There's those sort of Christmas effect ones as well. Every day. Really, really nice. Double-sided, as you'd expect. 150 GSM this, your paper pad. Look at the lovely depth of that colour. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I love how they've all got texture to them as well. So this is Let me just double check. Is this Mattastic? I didn't check. It is Mattastic, isn't it?
So you can add your colours onto here. You can stamp onto here if you've got the Woodland Story stamp collection as well. It's just a beautiful, beautiful collection.
How cute are these? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look at some of the cards that have been made with this. You see that price on your screen, saves a tenner, just £29.97. And then we're going to go across to Badmouth and we're going to get our first demonstration and see if she can get herself out of the demonstration station jail.
Okay, so demo number one.
Demo number one.
And I'm using the Hats Off to You topper. I've got the page from the little book that coordinates with it. Instead of using my cardstock, I thought I'd do something different. We've got some of the Mattastic from the selection as well. So if you go online, put in Woodland Story, this will all come up. And we've got some parchment as well. I'm not sure if the parchment's still available.
I do believe
it would
is.
be, because it is something that we do buy a lot of because we know how much people love. So I'm going to start off by cutting this down. So I've already, you can see, I've fussy cutted a little bit around this camera. So I'm just going to remove this now from the backing of my paper pad. So I'm just going along these brown lines, following it really simply. I've already fussy cut around some of this floral detail that I want to keep, so that now should just lift up away from here all the way up to that camera. It's going to go, we just need to do around the top of here, and then I'm going to lift that up, and then we just need to do this top section along here. So following again that brown line, and because it's a straight line, you could have used your trimmer in this section. You didn't have to have these this foliage sort of coming over here. You could have just lifted this off really nicely. So I'm gonna just lift this up now and remove that from our panel, and then what we can do is we can start to put together the card that we're going to make. So we're going to do a 6x8 card. Now this gives you the sort of the height of a 6x6, but you're just taking off sort of like 2 inches here. It gives you more of like a contemporary oblong shape. It's something that we really like to do at Hunky Dory, is these sort of crazy shapes at the moment, and this is one of our favourites. It's especially Kat's favourite as well. And then I'm going to take the parchment and I'm going to rip off using the edge of my trimmer so it's straight. I'm just going to rip off little sections here. So I'm going to do that on that section, and then I'm just going to take a little bit off the top as well.
That's so brave, ripping parchment, isn't it?
And then
But
that is going to give you a little bit more of a cooler look on there. So let's bring in our elements now. We're going to start off with our Miri and some of that brown adorable scorable, and it's the Mattastic one as well that goes with the kit. So if I wanted to, I could add ink onto here, create more texture to my card just by adding a little bit of ink from our pens or our ink pads themselves. So brown onto the Miri. And I'm going to build this up, and the last thing I'm going to do is put it on my card, because we're going to add some ribbon on here as well. So this is going to give us a nice large mount around our paper there. And then what I'm going to do is something that everyone is going to be horrified by. And I've done this a few times when I've crafted with parchment, because it gives you such a beautiful texture. So just take your parchment, scrunch it up in your hand, and then sort of re-flatten it out, and you get all of the beautiful sort of edges in there. Now I'm going to do this at sort of like a funny angle on here. So what I'm going to do is I'll stick it down first.
It's kind of the same as when you emboss parchment. You get like
those
white. It goes white. You get white lines.
White elements coming through, and you get the same effect when you do it just like freehand by scrunching it. But it gives you such a a really nice,
How
just
cool.
just an extra edge to the card. So I'm going to just add it to 3 sides, my tape. And the tape allows you to stretch it out as well, so it goes back to the size that you cut it. And then I'm going to pop it just on here, like so. And then what we're going to do is just these edges where obviously it's hanging over because I've not stuck it at a straight angle. We'll just trim them off. And we're also going to cover these too, so it's not an issue when we finish this card up.
Hey,
Then,
Badmouth, we are getting a lot of really good potential names for our snake. We've got Sid.
Sid the snake is a
We've
good
got
one.
Simon, which is quite good.
Simon.
Hissing Sid, I like that. That's
Simon
very good.
works, doesn't it?
Stanley.
Stanley's
I like this.
I like
Carol
Stanley.
Rooney says, I think the snake should be called Brian.
I
Brian's a
like
good
that.
name. We've got a
Brian's
cat called
quite
Rupert. We had a cat
strong.
called Mark. That's quite a cool name for a cat, isn't it? Horace.
Horace is a good one, actually.
Hissing Herbert. That's
Herbert.
good.
I like that.
Emily Fast Hands Ralph, our deputy sheriff here in Hunky Dory Town, is going to make the choice, make the decision. Is that right, Emily?
I am, yeah.
She is, so we'll see.
Oh, we will
Please
see
do
what
pop
she
your names down
chooses.
for our super snake.
I can imagine that it's going to be one of those out there ones.
I like Monty the Python.
That could win, you know.
Diane
Who
says this
knows?
is a nice, cute set. It is a
It
lovely,
is. It's
lovely cute set,
but it's
isn't it?
not cute where you can only just send it to like young recipients. This is the type of cute kit that works for all ages because it's, like I said before, it's really nostalgic. It takes you back to those times and those stories that we all grew up with, and it's not just one story either. It's a number of different stories that you can relive throughout this collection. So I'm just going to add my foam pads all the way up here, and then I just need to pop another little piece on this section here.
Blair Paula
because
has
this
popped it in
stands
her
out.
basket. She says she needs that in her life. It is absolutely lovely, this Woodland collection. A Woodland Story. Very nice.
So again, this is 8 by 8, so it's going to fit the height, but it's not going to fit the length, as to why I've not added my foam pad all the way to this side here. So then we can add this on top of our parchment, and adding this as well is just going to allow you to secure that parchment back down on that side. So stick that all the way down, and because it's paper as well, it gives you time to sort of maneuver. We'll trim that off there, and then let's have a look at our sentiments. Now, I don't want to use them all, and I quite like that he's like using his little camera. He looks like he's taking photographs, so I might use the other characters that are on this set. So we'll go in with the cat, and we'll go with the smaller puddle duck, and then we'll pop them across here like that. So it kind of looks like a little picture sort of hanging frame thing that you would see. Hats off to you, I think, is going to be the sentiment.
That's nice.
And then I might also add in the many thanks down here. And because even though I've added in that piece of ribbon, I'm going to add in another texture as well, and I'm going to stick this just in line with my ribbon, sort of across the back, just to add a little bit more of that yellow colour that that I really like from here. So just popping that along this section here.
There's something just a
Trim
little
that
bit
off.
Alice in Wonderland about some of these images as well. And obviously something a little bit Peter Rabbit about them as well, I think.
Yes, definitely. I think that's the main.
It's very
sort of-
nostalgic, isn't it?
It is. That's the main sort of character that you go to, isn't it? That's the Peter Rabbit and all the little characters and his friends that he has with him. That's what we go to straight away. But there's so many other things as well, like Fantastic Mr. Fox is one that I remember. So add our cat onto there. I'm going to double up my foam pads on our puddle duck. And then, so pop that on there. Hats off to you. We'll just add one little bit of foam, and how many thanks I'll do with that one. Do we have some smaller ones? We do. Let's pop that on there. We'll stick that underneath, so it gives you that nice sort of like look to that edge. Many thanks. And then I have a little bit of decoupage from another sheet that I'm just going to add on top of here. So I've just cut out the mouse again. I used the background from this panel on another piece, but I just had the little mouse hanging off it. So I thought, well, I might as well utilise him. So bringing in some decoupage in as well. And I've sort of added more foam to the centre section of the mouse, and that gives you that really nice sort of like rounded decoupage look. And then finishing off with a little bit of a bow just on this edge here. So I use that brown again just to sort of bring and tie this all together. And then we'll just stick this down. So using my craft knife, I'm just going to lift up the backing off that tape, and that should just come away really nicely, and then we can stick this down onto our 6x8. So I've not gone for the big toppers in this card. I've utilised the smaller toppers because we often look at a topper set and use the largest ones because they are what you see straight away. It's often what the cardstock is sort of designed to work with, those larger toppers, and the middle ones are just sort of extras. But I thought, let's utilise those middle toppers and show off just what you can do with that and other elements from the kit as well.
That's lovely.
There you go.
I like that a lot. I love the fussy cutting down at the bottom. I love the use of the parchment. But yes, bringing those smaller toppers together is really, and you're utilising and using up the toppers in your kit.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done it the other way around because you've still got your big toppers to be able to use.
I've still got my big toppers to use, yeah.
Absolutely lovely. Thank you very much, Badmouth. Okay, guys, so what we need to know, we would like you to say is, for Badmouth to get this Kingdom of Freedom, which is the only way she's going to get out of the demonstration station jail for the weekend, we need to know, based on that demonstration, would you either A, free Nat, or would you B, Badmouth, keep her in the jail? So I'd like you to comment either free Nat or Badmouth. What would you prefer, Badmouth?
Well, I'm at TV on Sunday, so if I'm here, I mean, I don't have to travel, but who knows?
Okay. Okay, right, let's get going, guys. What are we doing next? It's our decoupage books. Are you ready? We have 3 of them. Horse and Country. We have Springtime Florals. And we have Acorn Wood. Beautiful decoupage books launched earlier this month, so they're brand spanking new to us here at Hunky Dory. These are volumes 13, 14 and 15. Would you believe we've already had 15 of these now?
It's crazy, isn't it?
That's amazing. Okay, let's look at Horse and Country first. This is perfect for those people who would like to cut their own decoupage. They're not bothered about it being die-cut for them. They enjoy sitting there, whether you're watching TV, just chilling whilst you're crafting and trimming these out yourself. They're all in a step-by-step format, and what you'll see here in a second is you'll get, there you go, you get the base layer along with some sentiments, but then you also get the individual sheets to cut out. They're numbered as well so that you know which order to put them in.
So useful to have
It's just
these
useful to
numbers.
have that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this is Horse and Country, so you've got horses, you've got birds in there, but you should get mostly horses in here, along with another lots of other lovely sort of woodland animals and farm animals, which is perfect. Here we go. So in total, there's 216 pages in total. Wow, that's loads.
That's for all 3.
That's for all 3 books. There you go. Look at those. It's a lovely satin finish as well. It's 150 GSM, so it's easy to cut and it's going to keep its shape for you. You can see the toppers there look absolutely lovely. And because you get all those layers and lots of layers, it's totally up to you how many layers you use. Which means this is going to go a long way, a really, really long way. These are normally, I think they're $11.99 each, are they, Emily? Is that correct? Okay, but you can get all 3 together, saving 20% for £28.77. I'll have a quick flick through the Acorn Wood one. Have we got a VT with some cards?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So all these really cute animals. If you like the Woodland Story, you'll like these as well. There's the badger, very cute, going off in the hot air balloon. But there's so many sheets in here. And you make so many of those decoupage toppers. Dead easy to make as well. You just trim them out. And as we say, you've got that step by step. So you're just going to layer them up. Look at that. That Easter cross is beautiful, isn't it? And the tulips
There's
there.
so many really nice, lovely images. And to be able to have not just them as decoupage, but think about using them differently. So when we did this show, and you can watch that back on YouTube, we created backgrounds with these elements. So you don't just have to use them all as decoupage. I mean, you can just use these as toppers. All of these frames, all of these base layers, use them as toppers. Put some Miri behind them with your whopper topper nesting dies, and away you go.
Isn't that amazing? So there's 3 whole decoupage books in the multi-buy there. £28.77. It saves you 20%, 216 pages in total. Lovely books with the spines on them as well. They're going to look beautiful on your shelf. Let's take a little look at some cards, and then we will go to Badmouth for her second demonstration. Guys, we have a name. A name has been decided for our snake. And I said earlier on, didn't I, that we were going to give away all 3 of these decoupage books, and we are. Emily, Deputy Emily, Fast Hands Ralph, can you tell us who is it? Who has won?
It's Tracy Purdy.
Tracy Purdy, you have won. Congratulations, these 3 books. We're going to send them to you as long as you message us. Just message us through Facebook if you can with your address details. We'll send them to you today, and you'll get them tomorrow. So that'd be fantastic. Certainly by Monday. What is the name for our snake then?
Rumpelsnakeskin.
Rumpelsnakeskin. What a fabulous name! Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Oh, very happy. Isn't that good? Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for joining in with that. That's brilliant. We had some really, really good names. Okay, Badmouth, across to you.
Okay, so I've gone for, with the Easter coming up, you know, spring's in the air, I've gone for the little bunnies for this one. So what you want to do, first of all, is you want to take your 2 sheets that coordinate. So you've got all of your layers on one, and you've got your base layer on the other. So as you can see, I've already, and this is something quite useful as well if you've never used these, I've already sectioned them out. We've got 2 to cut out still. And then I've layered them all up. So this is 1, this is 2. These are all 3, these are all 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's an easy way for when you want to build them up to be able to know which layer goes where. If you're wanting to use all of them, you can also trim them all down and pop them into little clear bags. The ones that we sell, they're all on offer at the moment as well, so that will be handy to get your hands on. And then when you want to make a card using them, you can just go and get the little bits out of your bags, and all the cutting's already been done for you. So you just trim around, and what the team have done, and you can see here what I'm doing, is they've added white lines behind all of the images, and these are so you know where to cut out and what to sort of remove. If you want to add the white lines in, you're more than welcome to. That creates a really lovely effect, and we had a card that one of the team did using that, but I'm cutting it straight to the edge. And also what's good about this is that you don't have to be super perfect. All you have to do is sort of follow those lines, and if you don't want to cut certain bits out, then just trim them off. So then layer 2, we're just going to go around this base again.
Hey, Badmouth, would you like to know what's going on in the comments and whether people are saying free Nat or Badmouth?
Go on.
You are very lucky. In general, people are saying free Nat. We are having the occasional Badmouth.
I'm sure.
Michelle Watson says Badmouth. I love, there's a couple, we've got Julie Stringer, she says, let's get a posse together and break her out.
Yes, please.
And Peanut Ann McCaffrey has got it absolutely right. Free Nat after her demos.
Okay.
Very clever, very clever.
So around my little bunnies here, and what we've done as well this time is that we as the creative team, me and Anne-Marie, actually sat with Alan, and he gave us the images, and we cut these layers out ourselves. So we, this time, decided on how sort of small these layers would be, because we wanted them to be really easy for you to use. We didn't want them to be lots of little bits and pieces. Obviously on some of the floral ones you will find smaller pieces than on some of these larger elements, but they are a lot more forgiving, I would think, than the last few that we've launched.
Okay.
Which makes it easier for you guys. And everyone loves them. They always are something that sells out. And I think that's because of how sort of it reminds you of crafting from like way back when, doesn't it? Doing things like this. So then I'm just going to add my foam pads onto the back here, and I'm going to use some of these smaller squares so that I can position them around the edge, because remember, this is paper. It's a thinner paper than what you'd normally get in our decoupage collection, so you want to have your as much sort of coverage on here so that you don't have any droops in that paper. So I'm going to stick this piece to my first layer, and then we'll just build it up as we go. So then these elements here, we've already got our foam pads on, we just need to pull those off. Not the whole foam pad, just the top.
So Badmouth, as I've just looked as you've mentioned it, yes, they are very popular. We only have 7 of the 15 that we've launched. There are only 7 that we have left in stock.
It's
so
crazy, isn't it?
Others that you can get, and you can buy any 3. That great price on screen there, the £28.77. If it isn't these 3 that you want, you can choose any 3 and make your own little bundle. So we've got beautiful birds, we've got lovely ladies, we have Teddy Loves, we've got Made for Men still in stock, and then we've got the 3 brand new ones, Acorn Wood, Springtime Florals, and Horse and Country. Those are the 7 that remain. Obviously, once they're gone, they are gone. And more than half of the ones that we've launched have already sold out.
It's crazy, isn't it? People absolutely love them. But it is something that's really fun to just sit at night time, get your scissors out, and while you're just watching the soaps, cut some little bits out, and then you've got them for when you need them. Or maybe if you're someone who sells their cards on craft stores, then you can take them, they're all ready to go in your little bags, and someone says, do you have a card that has this on? Or my granddaughter loves horse riding, do you have a card with horses on? Then you know you can go to your little your decoupage book section, you can pull out your Horse and Country, and then you can get all the bits and pieces ready and just make the card there, and she can have a little look at the other stalls, come back to you, and the card's ready to go. So now I'm going to use my trimmer for this bit, and I'm just going to follow the lines along here on my base layer. So you don't, for some elements like this, you can use your trimmer. It just makes it a little bit more easier to just get those edges. So I'm just going to then round off my frame. And then the best thing about these is that you are free now to create whatever backgrounds you want to go onto your cards. So I've been digging through our craft room. I've left it in a mess, to be fair, but you know, I am Badmouth, so someone else can tidy that up. And I've pulled out some Adorable Scorable. I've pulled out some Duotones paper pads, which all have patterns that are going to work really nicely. I'm just going to trim that off there because there's a little bit of green that's overhanging, and we'll leave our sentiments till later. So we've got green Adorable Scorable. This is perfect. And I'm going to trim this to 6 by 6, and then this little section here should be just over 2. So let's just trim that off, and then we have a section for the centre as well.
So is that, and that's 2 now, is it? That's 2 exactly?
Yes, yeah, 2 exactly, 6 by height, 2 down the centre. And then I'm going with this page and
absolutely
this one as well. And look how well they match with all the flowers and the colours we've got going on. And that's from our Rustic Charm and Vintage Grunge duo design paper pad.
Look at that,
so
that's beautiful.
We're going to give a nice sort of edge around here. So I'm going a quarter under 6 by 6, and then for this one we're going to go, because it will be the right height now, we're going to go a quarter under 2, and then just to sort of even it out a little bit, I'm then going to add this paper. Now this has really beautiful writing on. You've got sort of like distress marks on here, but you've also got this beautiful sort of like trees that work really nicely too. So what have I done that at? 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 again there. And
it's lovely. It looks aged, doesn't it?
It does. It just looks and works perfectly with this. So now I need to do that at 1 1/4, and we can pop that on. So let's get layering this all up onto our card blank. Our card blank we just need to deconstruct a little. So it's a 6x6, but what I'm going to do is take off 2 notches from each side and leave it with a centre panel. So I'm just going to flip that over, line it up with my guide, and then turn it this way again, and I will just trim up to that middle point and then down to that middle point, and then that will relieve those edges and give us a really cool front fold. So now we can put all of this together and create our card. So let's go in with tape for this one.
Oh, look at the back of it as well.
The backs are amazing.
What's really good in these Duo Design paper pads is that you get multiples of every sheet. So even though they're double-sided, and you want them to be double-sided, because if you're doing any kind of paper folding, they'll fold back and you'll get that like contrasting or coordinating colour. Even though you have that, you've got multiples of them, which means that you can make as many cards as you'd like with them. You're going to be able to use each and every single pattern. So that's got a selection of 8x8 papers with complementary reverse sides. 48 sheets in here now.
It's incredible.
12 different double-sided designs, and you get 4 of each, so that's perfect.
And there's so many different designs that work so well. Like this one's really quite country themed, but then we also have floral designs. We've got sort of, I'm trying to think what the last ones that we did were. We had a maps one, I feel like.
Absolutely.
They're
incredibly popular. Guys, if you want those, there is a multi-buy on those as well that's available. I do believe it's a 3 for 2.
They're just so handy for using with things like this, or with little book pages, because you can always find something that's going to work with your card. So then this will hold my little 2-inch strips that we did. So let's stick those on. Just peel this away. And trim that on to here.
The colours just work so well together. Really, really well together.
And then we're going to pop that.
It's really nice, isn't it, when you sort of dress a white card.
Yes.
You know, it starts off white, doesn't it, and like the perfect canvas, and then you slowly but surely dress it, and it ends up being something completely different and very beautiful.
And then we can stick our panel on there, so that fits nice on the front. And then our paper we're going to stick onto here. So for the first piece, I am just going to use my tape because we want it to stick nice onto there. So I've just added tape to this middle section because obviously you don't want any more going over, and I want it to be quite central. Another thing that you could have done is you could have taken your corner round a punch and cornered all of your edges, because then that would have really coordinated with this image here. So we'll stick our last piece on, and then it's time for just a sentiment, and I think what I'm going to use is one of the smaller ones. So we've got a real nice mix to choose from, but I'm going to go with the one at the bottom which says "From all of us." So let's just trim this out of here now.
That's lovely. Now, while you're doing that, can I just pinch the card for a second and just show the depth of the decoupage? I'll do it over here. So here we go. So this is the card that Natalie's in the middle of constructing, but look at all the depth. Or should I say Badmouth is in the middle of constructing. Look at the dimension that there is on that. So it looks so 3D, doesn't it? It looks absolutely beautiful. Lovely sort of satin finish. If you want to put glossy accents on that, you can pop them just on the rabbits, let's say, which is just going to lift those even that little bit more. But how beautifully put together, and how what's such a lovely coordination of colours. I'll pass that back.
So we'll just finish off by adding in my sentiment. I'm just going to add it to the bottom of this strip here. And then, because it's quite neutral, I'm not going to add any gemstones or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it. There you go. There you go.
Badmouth, that is absolutely beautiful, in my opinion, but it is not my opinion that matters, no. It is your opinion at home. It is the viewers, because, thank you, Rumplesnakeskin. It's a very good name. Thank you. Rumplesnakeskin is very kindly looking after and keeping safe the Kingdom of Freedom. If Badmouth is to get this Kingdom of Freedom, we need you to vote either Free Nat or we need you to vote Badmouth. Badmouth will keep her in that demonstration station jail for the whole weekend, which means she won't be able to do her shows over on Hobbymaker, which means you won't see the brand new stuff that's coming. Or Free Nat will get her to be free for this weekend because of the fabulous demonstrations that she's doing for us. Please do pop it in the comments, either on Facebook or YouTube, and let us know whether we should free Nat or whether we should keep her in jail. Okay, would you like to look at, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to remind you about our Win It Weekly, guys. This is going to be your last chance to be in with a chance of winning our fabulous Premier Craft Tools Mixed Media Mat. There we go. With the sections for you to put your inks in, also for you to mix your colours. Silicone, it's going to be flat to your work surface. It's not going to move. You're going to be able to use your heat tool with it. Absolutely brilliant, and cleans up rather nice as well, even though it is white. Okay, 6 winners. We need the answer to this question. It says like, share and comment. When we say like, share and comment, we'd love you to like our video. We would love you to share our video, but I just noticed someone in the comments said that her friends are getting fed up with her sharing the same video 4 times. You don't need to. Don't worry. If you share one of our videos, we're over the moon. Thank you very much. And comment with your answer. The largest pancake ever made weighed more than A, grand piano. B, hippo, or C, tractor. One of those is the right answer. We will tell you the right answer in about 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Maybe 10 minutes. You've got 5 minutes. This is your 5-minute warning. When we go across to the next demonstration, there will be no more entries because we've got to pick the winners, obviously. Okay, should we take a look at collection number 3? We've still got 2 demonstrations to go. We've only got about 20 minutes, half an hour maximum. Let's get moving. Flight of the Butterflies, Miri Magic Collection. Absolutely gorgeous. Miri Magic, very, very special. Uses some very, very clever techniques in the design process to create an incredible, it's going to be hard to show, isn't it? Because Miri always is. In real life, it's nowhere near as, you don't get glare on Miri in real life like you do on the lights in here. You just get an incredible shine. But look at those lovely butterflies, I'm sorry. Love this sort of vintage rustic effect that you've got running through this Miri card. It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful colours. And can you see how the butterflies sort of jump out at you as you move them in the light? Really, really pretty. Not in a scary way, because our butterflies aren't scary. Look at that.
It's so pretty, isn't it? And these colourways are just the best.
That's gorgeous. Look at the gold, look at the teal running through it. How incredibly beautiful. Your cards that you make with this are going to be stunning. As I say, the lights in the studio cannot possibly do this justice. It is not as glare, it does not glare like this when you've got it at home. We've just got an incredible amount of lights, which is why I have to wear a hat. Because otherwise the shine off my head means no one can see anything. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely beautiful. You're getting 2 of all the sheets that I'm showing you here. There's another cardstock there. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the swirls. Really attractive. Filigree corner piece there with the butterflies alighting onto it. Really interesting shape toppers here as well. Very attractive. Love that down at the bottom with all the individual sort of typewriter letters. Very attractive. You can make your own messages, absolutely personalised, which is what you want with your Hunky Dory goodies. Really quite different. And the camera managed all right with that. Then you've got, in this bundle, so you've got your Miri Magic there, £34.96 this, it saves £15. You've then got 36 sheets of these gorgeous inserts. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect inserts to finish off your cards. Some of them more backing papers, really, aren't they? But again, these are matte-tastic, so these you can put through your printer. You can stamp onto if you've got a certain message that you want to add. You can write, you can use rollables, you can use whatever, and it isn't going to run, which is fantastic. Those come in there as well. Not only that, we have a little finishing touches topper collection as well, which has got more toppers, but in sort of tag style. We've got circles, we've got postage stamp styles, 2 of each of all of these, sentiments and borders. Great for finishing off your cards with the ATC sizes there as well with lovely sentiments on them. And you also get a bite-sized book of Miri Magic where you've got this gorgeous artwork. There we go. Look at these, gorgeous, gorgeous. For you to utilise as toppers yourselves, for backgrounds, for just popping a piece of Miri card behind them, or indeed a piece of matte-tastic card, it's completely up to you. You get that in there as well, all for £34.96. Do we have a VT? Let's look at the VT, and then we are going to go back to Badmouth. Badmouth, we've noticed that your moustache has got a strange colour of grey. What's happened?
It's the stress.
Stress of what?
You.
Stress of working with me? Oh no!
I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, I got a bit. I've got a bit of fluff in my throat.
From your moustache.
So, I'm going to use this beautiful Amber Delights. I absolutely love it. And this is the topper that we're going to use. And that is, I wanted to point this out because it's the sort of reason why we're going to do this design. So I've got a piece of 7x7 and I'm lining this up on my trimmer so you can see this line here. And what I want to do is bring this to 7. I want it to be at 1.5 and we're going to run it to 5.5 and just add a little pocket.
Bless you.
Me. Just getting the fluff off my throat. And then what I'm going to do is I've already got some tape on here. I'm just going to slide this underneath here, first of all. Oh, is it going to fit? We might need to just make it a little bit longer. We'll just use our knife to extend that. Just slide that underneath, and then when we flip it over, we can make sure it's stuck down with the tape that we've just removed off there. Now remove the rest of your tape, and it's all right that it's hanging over the top here because we're gonna trim all of this down. So I'm gonna stick this first straight onto my card blank, okay? So straight onto here. You wanna make sure it's nice and even for this next step of your card making. So then I'm just gonna pull that a little bit because it is looking a little bit wonky. Let's see if we can we move it off? Let's just see if we can lift this up a little bit to just even that out, because I know what you'll be saying. You'll be keeping me in here all weekend if it's wonky. Now,
they will, you know,
thing,
although admittedly you are getting many more free nats than bad mouths.
This is a good thing.
It's true.
Now, we're going to go to...
No.
No.
You can't.
I am. I'm going to... I want to take this out. I want to take this out because I want to do something else with it, and I don't know if I can. Oh, no. This is it. I'm going to be in here all weekend.
All weekend. We're going to have to get Anne-Marie to do the hobby maker shows.
Let's just...
So, Nat, these are going to be your first hobby maker shows.
Well, it might be. They might not be.
They might not be.
I'm going to go at 1 inch. So let's pull this down so you can actually see what we're doing here. I'm going to use my trimmer and my guide to cut this at an angle because the topper is at an angle. So line this up with what your score point, and then line up this part of the card with 1.
Okay.
Or 1 1/4. Let's go 1 1/4.
You're going 1 1/4.
1 1/4. And then we're going to trim this off. And it'll just need a little bit of help. Obviously, you're going through 600 GSM of Miri, and then is it 280?
Yeah, 300 I think of the
300 of the ink me, 280 of the Miri.
Well, you're going through two layers of the ink there, aren't you?
Good point.
So it's probably almost 1,000 grams of cardstock.
And then again, on the opposite side.
Bless you.
This tash is causing me lots of problems right now. And then we can
just needs a trim, yeah.
Trim that bit off there, and then we'll do.
Oh, that looks really good. I like that.
So you've got.
You okay? Do you want some drink?
I'm okay, I think. So you've got that angle there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to recreate it with this as well. But this time we're just going to do it at 1 inch on that Miri strip that we did, and that's just 2 because it would have been straight before. It wouldn't have followed this really nice guide that we've created. So again, just to the corner and then up again, and you've got that angle, and then that's going to follow through on your card making. So now we can just lift up our little pocket that we created before, slot that back in. Are we going?
It's being pesky.
I'm so sorry.
Bless you.
I'm dying. I might have to take it off. Whew. We'll get there, we'll get there. This is it.
We'll just grab you a drink of water,
I'm going
don't
to
worry.
stay here forever.
Don't worry,
I'm
bad
not
mouth.
coming out. I am not coming out of here. I had some tea left, but I've drank it all already. I'm going to use some glue dots under my acetate here to secure it.
It's so brave and but different. I really, really like this. This make looks like it's going to be absolutely brilliant.
And then we're going to put our topper over the top. Add a little bit of, our topper can go here. Now if you had a die, you could have recreated that top as well.
Now that's lovely. I really, really do like this. Flight of the Butterflies, Miri Magic. This is the mega multi-buy. You get, as you can see there, you get your toppers. So you're going to get 24 sheets in your topper collection. You're going to get a pad in there. You're going to get your toppers, toppers, yes, your individual finishing touches, and you're going to get some inserts as well. And we have a little angel has just brought you a little bit of water. There we go. Yes, and saving £15 here. So £34.96.
So then pop these on, and I've gone with, you have so many to choose from down here. There is some words that you can recreate, so you could put like love, hope, believe on here. But I'm just using these little butterflies to utilise that up a little bit. And then look at how cool the shape is on this card. And it kind of follows that that you had on the topper. We've added some acetate in. And then I think that one thing that might top this off is a little bit of ribbon. So let's just pop this on the centre here. We'll use our construction glue because that is going to dry really, really nicely on there. Our ribbon, and then we'll leave it just like that. There you go.
Badmouth, that is absolutely gorgeous. You can just see the light sort of tripping across that. It's really, really attractive. Again, as I say, you get less glare in real life with this than you would there. Congratulations card, but very different, a really different shape. And that was actually quite easy to create, that shape, wasn't it?
Yeah, so easy. You just need to make sure you're taking off the same from the top. And then
on
your
both
points,
sides.
yes, and then your points are the edge of the card anyway, so you're just taking off that from the sides.
That's brilliant. Well done. Badmouth, thank you very much, guys. As you know the drill. Well, Badmouth clears her bad mouth. You know the drill. Would you like to free Nat, or would you like to keep Badmouth in jail over the weekend? Please say free Nat, comment with free Nat or Badmouth based upon that last demonstration. Did you like it or not? So far, it looks like Natalie is going free for the weekend. Okay, guys, that's it. That was your last chance now to be able to be in with a chance of commenting and adding your answer to our question to win our Win It Weekly. Our team will be doing their little due diligence and magic workload, whatever they do with their fancy macro spreadsheet, something or other, in the Magic Wins. And they will make that happen in 5 minutes or so. We will give you, 10 minutes maybe, we will give you your winners. Last product of the day. Are you ready?
And this is probably my favourite one.
Well, I've been very unlucky really because I've not got to look at any of these Snippables products, and they're so popular. Our friend Stacey, our friend Jennifer, both work on this. Different Jennifer, one of our three.
One of our three.
Snippables, super. You get a pad. We're going to make these available on the website as well, so that you're going to be able to download them, guys. You get a pad, and you can use cutting dies to cut out multiple parts or images of this, and then just snip them into shape, so that you get this decoupage effect. And some of this artwork is absolutely beautiful. Look at that! Isn't that pretty?
I was saying yesterday because I shouldn't talk every time I talk, because we did a demo with one of these. I'm going to do it slightly different today.
Okay.
But I said it's so. I didn't say anything. It's so much cheaper this way to create amazing decoupage than some other companies.
Yes,
It's
because
hundreds of pounds.
yes, exactly. So whereas this way it isn't. So what you get, poor Badmouth.
I'm so sorry.
The moustache has gone down the wrong way. Can we
It
take a
really
very
has.
quick look at Badmouth, because it looks like I think Badmouth has swallowed the moustache.
It's gone.
I'm afraid
It has gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It went down the wrong way. Let's hope that she gets better. She now gets better soon. Okay, so your Snippables dies. What you get is one large format die. So instead of having to have a different die for every single layer, you use your large format die, which does the major difficult trimming for you, and then you just snip out the parts to create the layers that you want. It's really, really simple. It sort of brings together the easy bit of the of traditional decoupage,
Yeah.
but with the easy bit of the die cutting as well, but gets you phenomenal results. We are going to be making these available online to download as well. There you go. So that's your cutting dies. You get sentiments on there as well. But should you choose to, do you not want to use the colours of artwork that are in that book? You can, should you choose, to use stamps. And these stamps coordinate perfectly, and then you can create your own colours completely. So there's that lovely Wellington boot. Here is the gorgeous wheelbarrow. You've got the basket there. Very, very pretty. All 6 stamp sets here saves you £18. That's lovely. The sort of floral corner there is beautiful, isn't it? And of course, last but not least, you've got those cute little bunnies. Can we go back to the main bundle? Is that okay? Just to see the saving on that main bundle.
It's incredible.
So all 6 Snippables die sets. That's all 6 that we showed you, which are normally, are they a tenner each? £9.99 each. Okay, so that's 60 quid's worth of goodies there. And you get the Snippables pad, but all of it saves £15, £56.93. You can grab this on the website at the minute as we speak. hunkydorycrafts.co.uk is where you can get these goodies. Let's go back to Badmouth Natalie Musprat for her last demonstration of the day.
Yes, we are going to use the stamps instead of using the dies and the pad. But we're going to utilise it all because we are using the pad, we're using the stamps, we're using the die. So it's going to be a good mix of it all. Now, what I would recommend doing when you're using your stamps with dies, and it's completely up to you how you do it, but what I think is easiest is to die cut first and then stamp onto your die. So I'm going to get my mats here, and I'm just going to pop this on. I don't think we'll need our metal cutting plate. It should just run through our Gemini just like this. So I'm just going to, these plates have been a little bit muddled up, so let's just pop that on there, put that underneath, and then that is our correct sandwich to run through our Gemini. Now you could put these through your MIDI as well. Some of them also work if you're going to cut around your paper pad. Some of them will fit through your smaller Geminis as well. So
Absolutely.
Your Gemini Mini, that really tiny one, you'll be able to fit all of your dies through that, because that is the way I cut them out for the boards that were on TV.
Hey, Badmouth, Sarah Harper says, keep her there, but supply her with tea and craft supplies and keep filming so we have demos all weekend.
That's a good idea,
And then
isn't it?
Michelle says, except I would like to see Sheriff Dan taking over Nat's shift on Hobby Maker.
Oh, that would never happen.
This is not a good idea, is it? We had the conversation, you know, and Anne-Marie said, no. I said,
No
do you
way.
know what? New TV channel? 'Cause
No.
if you're aware, guys, we are on Hobby Maker. So we have moved Hunky Dory, sorry. Our product has moved from Create and Craft. We are now with Hobby Maker, and we've been with Create and Craft for 14 years.
I
think
say,
something like
yeah,
that.
we were on. Are we on our 14th magazine this time?
I do think so.
It's about
but
13 and a bit, isn't it?
it's amazing. But
A really long time.
But we are having so much fun with the team at Hobby Maker. It is now available to view between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. We were there yesterday. Anne-Marie was there yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be there over the weekend. Natalie, on what day?
On Sunday.
On Sunday. Nat will be there for 2 shows.
2 shows, 1
Absolutely
and 3.
fabulous. You can see there Freeview 73, Freesat 807, Sky 670 and YouTube.
Right, okay. This is the easiest way I find to do it. So I've put my stamp on the front of my stamping press, and I'm using my die. I'm lining it up as best as I can, and then we're going to press this on here. Now, the reason why I haven't done it the other way around, the normal conventional way, is because obviously we've now removed any sort of paper that we had left. A way in which you could change that is if you keep your piece of cardstock that you've die cut from, so this one here, put a little bit of low-tack tape on the back.
Of course.
Put your die cut back into there, stick it down, then you've got space to be able to do it the right way around. But just for the ease of now, we're just going to do it this way around. And look, you get that beautiful image straight onto your die cut. It's amazing. So now I'm just going to trim around, because this is the best bit. With all of your dies, you get a little cutting guide, so you can build up your decoupage the way it's supposed to be. What I'm going to do, obviously, because I don't follow any rules, is I'm just going to cut around these leaves and release them. So we just have this floral arrangement, and then I'm going to trim it even further so it comes off. But like I said, and we said yesterday on the show, these dies have been designed so you just have little pips left. So you just follow around the artwork until you sort of cut those pips, release them from the die, and then you have sort of beautiful flowers that just pop out. It's super, super simple for anyone to do. I
think it's so clever. The idea that because you get the cutting guide,
we'll just trim.
You just use the scissors for a small bit of trimming, and you get that full like quality of depth and dimension. But the die is £9.99, whereas if you had to have the dies for every individual layer, you're talking 25 quid per die. It's
so expensive. I think a lot of those famous dye brands out there that do their decoupage dye, you get every single layer. It can be up to £140 just for one collection. With this, you've got the full thing for an amazing price. So now I'm going to bring in my paper, and you can see I've already stamped my image on here. What I've also done is I've fussy cut around some of the top end of my flowers, like so, and this is so I can create an aperture. So I'm going to bring in, and it's still available on an incredible deal, our Throwback Thursday from yesterday.
Okay, so the bundle of all four, I do believe, has gone.
No
I do
way.
believe people said, the only reason that I know this is because I saw people earlier on in the comments saying that they'd missed it. Guys, when we do these offers, very often the stock is what the stock is, and when they're gone, they are gone. Now, that's a core item.
Oh, it's amazing.
That we put on our Throwback Thursday. So
if you've got them, though, this is a really good way of how you can use them.
Absolutely, 100%.
And not just with this collection, but with any sort of image you have, any stamp, you can do this technique.
But so individuals are still available.
Yes.
It's the bundle that's gone.
It's
I
true.
do believe.
So now I've stuck this onto my piece of paper, and that's because I want to cut it all out at once, because there's no way with this sort of design you're going to get it. So I've used Duo Tones paper pads, because they are on our Super Savers, Emily.
Yeah, I'll get one.
Super Savers, buy one, get one free.
And when does that finish? That must be finishing Sunday. Okay, so Sunday.
So we're sticking that, and then we're going to stick it onto an A5. So you can see here what I've done is I've cut it each time to give you a nice layer all the way around. Then I'm going to lift up my flowers that I've cut out, and we're going to pop this. Do you know what? I'm not doing a very good job of cutting, because I needed to cut around here as well. But we can just lightly do that so this element lifts up. And don't worry if you're afraid of sort of cutting into this, because you're going to create an aperture anyway, so you won't see as much of this design as you think. So now, once I've got that in there, let's just trim around this flower a little bit more.
So you're going to put this through the cutting machine.
Yes, I am.
And it will need to go through 3 layers, because there's a layer on top.
2 layers of paper and the layer of card.
And you just got to remember to open your card out.
Yes.
Because otherwise you don't just get an aperture in the front, you get a hole all the way through.
So pop this now, and I was going to use some tape, but we do have some. We've got some little thin low-tack tape, so let's just use a tiny little snippet.
2 things I just need to comment on quickly. So Carol Rooney says, I think all your kits are amazing prices. Carol, that's very kind, and it's true. We do our absolute best, but Carol, we think you're amazing too.
It's true.
Peter Draper says, Dan, how quick are these being delivered at the moment? Well, Peter, Our team are awesome. We love them to pieces.
Incredible.
They work incredibly hard. We feed them on chocolate, yes, and hugs. No wages here at Hunky Dory, did you know?
No,
It's just,
absolutely nothing.
isn't that right, Emily? Deputy Emily.
Chocolate and hugs.
Chocolate and hugs.
And if you've
What
not been
more?
that good, you won't get as many hugs.
What more could you want? Chocolate and hugs. But
let's
they
pop
are
that
doing
through.
an incredible job. So we are talking orders that were placed yesterday are going out. Are you ready? Do you want it? Today.
What?
Orders that were placed yesterday are going out today. That is absolutely right. That's where we are at the moment. We're on a maximum of 2 days, 2 working days worth of dispatch. So orders placed today will either be going out today or they'll be going out on Monday.
Are you ready for this?
Love it.
Are you ready for this? Watch this magic.
Wowzers. With
Your
your torn
aperture is
edge.
cut. Your torn edge is the whole way around, all in one pass, because we're using the paper. So the paper's thinner. You're going to be able to create these results
That is so clever.
So now
you've created that, and that's so. I'm sort of mind blown there as to how that's worked. It's really
it's crazy,
good.
isn't it? So I'm going to pop this through. So I'm using the same pink again on the inside of my card, and then we'll add our layer of decoupage, because we're just going to add one layer with it being the stamps, but you can go as crazy as you want to. I'm going to pop this in here, so that gives you sort of the same edge you've got on the outside, but also it allows us to put our sentiment on, and the sentiment I'm going to use is "May good things grow all year long."
Absolutely perfect
Pop
for card
that in.
making this time of year, isn't it?
Do we have an acrylic block?
Would you like me to find you an acrylic block?
You know what? We can
I'm
do
hoping
some
you say no, because I
handy-
don't know where there is one.
We can do some handy working. Is this going to fit? No, because it's the wrong way around. There we go. We'll pop
Smooth
it on the
moves.
top of one of those. Let's just finish off our colouring before we do that, because I'm using my watercolour pencils here, because you can go directly onto it. So I just need to finish off this little leaf here. And I'm using 2 colours for my leaves. So we've got the lightest green, which we're just going over with now. So I'm going over all of my petals with this. And then what I'm doing with the darkest green in your watercolour pencils. And we're not adding water to this, we're just doing it quite simply with our pencils. I'm just going to then add to the top of my petals and my leaves, sort of that you have on here, just going in, and that's going to add that dimension. It's going to give you that real professional colouring look, and then we'll go in with our colours. So I'm just going to go over and sort of following the colours that I've already got down. We've just got one missing, which we're going to fill in with this one anyway.
So you're just using it to see which colours you should be doing. That, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Now we've got a couple of more comments here. Diane says, orders are really quick. My order came the next day. Magic. We like that. Maggie McKenzie says, Dan ordered Tuesday, delivered Thursday before 11 a.m. That was with free delivery. Fantastic.
Crazy.
Guys, it is free delivery. Over £30 here at Hunky Dory Crafts is free delivery to the UK mainland, which is quite nice. We also have Wendy who says, I ordered on the 28th of February and haven't got it yet. So that's
no.
3-4 days, is it? Okay, so it will be with you very, very soon, I am sure. As I say, the team have been doing a stunning job moving through the, well, it's all the chocolate they get, and the hugs, of course.
So I'm lightly colouring my first layer, and then what I'm doing is going in with, so lightly brushing my colour over, really holding this quite gently, and then I'm adding more force and going in around those petals to give it the dimension that you can see on here. So the last one I'm going to do, another pink one, another purple one, so just really lightly over, and then again in with your darker colours around the outside, just to bring in all of the dimension, because you get so much in here, and you can create more and more dimension, remember, by adding more and more layers. So the more you want out of this, then you can get it, because you can just colour it all in. Lastly, I'm just going to colour this bit in green here, and then I did have, got it here, my brown, which I'm going to just go over my little wheelbarrow with, and again really lightly at first, and then going in adding more and more pressure to create that really nice look of light sort of watercolour, but with that dimension still. So you can see you've got a super sketchy feel because we're just going lightly over certain areas, and then we're bringing in our pencil, putting more pressure on, creating those darker strokes that you would normally see as the light catches.
So if you want to use water with these, you absolutely can do, because those are watercolour pencils, aren't they? Hopefully we'll get a masterclass with the watercolour pencils soon. I know there's going to be a show dedicated to them on Hobby Maker quite soon as well. So make sure not to miss Natalie. She's on at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. on Sunday.
Possibly.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
I think you're right. So let's pop the second layer up on there now, so you can see you've got that really nice, just an ever so slightly touch of decoupage, but we've got it on there. And then I'm going to use my stamp, and I didn't have a stamping block. So any of you who come to lose your stamping blocks, use the top of your stamp lids. The only thing I might not do here is have my sentiments straight, but we'll try it. We'll try it our very best. You ready?
Go on then. Yay!
Only slightly.
It's on a
Only
jaunty
slightly.
angle, and we like jaunty angles.
But there you go. That's how you can create a really nice, cool aperture by utilising your nesting dies. And then look at the little, it's only one layer, but look at the dimension you've got on
Honestly,
there.
it looks great, doesn't it? Because it looks like it's got dimension anyway, because it's within that aperture.
Yeah.
Badmouth, I don't know if you saved the best till last, but I think you might have done.
Ooh.
And will she get the Kingdom of Freedom? We will find out at the very end of the show. But first, it is now time for us to find out who has won our fabulous Win It Weekly for this week. I have got an answer here somewhere. I shall find it for you. I have got an answer here. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we asked you on Monday, all the way through the week. It's not just Monday, Wednesday, Friday anymore, is it? All through the week, we asked you this question. The largest pancake ever made weighed more than A, grand piano, B, hippo, or C, tractor. There were masses and masses of entrants. So many comments, guys. And the vast majority of them said hippo. And is it the right answer? Well, I have it written here. The answer is B, a hippo. Congratulations to all of you who got that right. The world's largest ever pancake was made in Rochdale in 1994. It weighed a whopping 3 tons.
Isn't that mad?
And had to be flipped over with the aid of cranes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that amazing? I wonder if they ate it. I don't know. So we're going to find out.
You can't make a pancake and not eat it.
I know, yeah, good point. But how do you eat 3 tons of pancake? How many
Well, you have to share it out, don't you?
Fed the whole of Rochdale, I don't know.
Involved.
Congratulations if you got it right, but were you one of the winners? There are 6 winners, and their names are... Here we go. Congratulations to Myra Law. Congratulations to Becky Bingham. Congratulations to June Watkins, to Agnes Human. Congratulations to Dorothy Wright and to Linda Antley. All of you are proud winners of our Premier Craft Tools Mixed Media Mat. All you need to do is send us your details. You can either email us at studio@hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, or indeed you can message us on Facebook, and we will send them out to you. If we get your details quick enough, we hopefully should be able to send them out to you today. As we said, the dispatch team are doing a great job. They're also sending out the prizes. People do get prizes here. Talking about prizes. Are you ready? Shall we find out whether or not we're going to free Nat, or whether it's Badmouth, and then we will spin the wheel? Yeah. Is that fair enough? Okay. So, the wonderful Rumpelsnakeskin, thank you very much, has been looking after the Kingdom of Freedom, because Badmouth is known to pinch things, including chocolate. And the deputy, Emily Fast Hands Relf, has been counting up all the free Nats and all the bad mouths, and is about to tell us whether or not Badmouth is going to be free for the weekend.
I hope so.
Free Nat or Badmouth? Fast Hands, which is it?
Free Nat.
Free Nat. She's done it again. I have to say, that last demonstration, I think, is what did it for you.
Oh, thanks.
Let me pass that to you. Congratulations. She has the kingdom of freedom and is allowed to go to Hobby Maker on Sunday. Rumplesnakeskin, I'm going to say thank you very much and hiss off. Oh, did I say that? Apologies. Okay, right. What are we doing? Is it time to spin the wheel? Would you like to go?
Let's
Spin that wheel.
Are you ready?
Here
The
we
moustache
go.
is back.
The moustache is back.
I brushed off the fluff. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm hoping this is a good
Guys,
one.
here's what we do. So we're going to spin this wheel and we're going to ask you a question. I'm hoping that that our deputy
I can
knows
see
what
the
the question is.
question already.
You can see the question. Oh, that's brilliant.
You need to comment your best cowboy quip.
Best cowboy quip. Okay.
What's yours?
Well, will you spin that and I
Right,
shall
okay.
tell you one of my best cowboy quips, shall I?
Ready? Oh, it's a Premier Craft tool.
It's a Premier Craft tool. That's
Premier
fantastic.
Craft tool. Any Premier Craft tool of your liking, you can choose, but you have to comment with your best cowboy quip. Do you know what mine is?
Go on.
There is a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boots. I like that one. I have a cowboy joke maybe.
Go
Might
for
be
it.
worth trying. Which Hollywood cowboy is best at starting campfires? Do you know?
No.
Flint Eastwood.
Oh gosh, you've not got any more, have you? You have as well, haven't you?
I'm gonna try again.
Go on then.
Which Hollywood cowboy is always broke? It's only Skint Eastwood.
Oh my god. Next.
That's kind of all I've got.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have got some more, but they're really not quite good. What do you call a dinosaur wearing a cowboy hat and boots? Tyrannosaurus Tex.
That's quite good. I like
Okay, is that good? Right. Have we got yet a winner? Have you had a look? Or are we still going to give them a minute or two? Do you want another joke?
No one wants another
No.
joke.
I like some of these. Let's have a look. So we've got Rachel Marston says, stick 'em up, buttercup. I like
that's a
that.
good one.
Obviously, a classic. Veronica Hunt, get off of your horse and drink your milk. Gemma Wilson, do you feel lucky? Well, punk. That's good. I like
a
that.
good one.
Get off your horse and drink your milk. Tumbleweeds. Did we have tumbleweeds? How
Where's
very
the
dare you?
tumbleweeds?
How very dare you?
There it is.
There it is. There's our tumbleweed.
I hope you put them on when he said his jokes.
Howdy, partner. We have spin, spin, spin. No, that's for that. Okay, give it a good spin, Nat. We've done that. Get out of my town. Okay, so it's a Premier Craft tool of your choice. Stand up wind from horses. That's very good, isn't it? That's very good. Howdy, partner. Go on then, make my day. Ride like the wind, bullseye. They're all brilliant. Have you got a winner? Fast hands.
Yeah.
And your winner is?
It's Michelle Hutchinson.
Michelle Hutchinson. You are the winner of a Premier Craft tool of your choice. And what was it that she said?
What are you going to do for a face when my cow wants its bum back?
What are you going to do for a face when my cow wants its bum back?
I love that. I'm going to use that this weekend.
Shocking. I like that very, very much. Okay, you are the winner of a Premier Craft tool. Please get in contact with the studio at hunkydorycrafts.co.uk, or indeed, as we say, you can send us a message on Facebook and let us know your address and what it is that you want, because you can choose a Premier Craft tool of your choice. What would you choose now? What would you choose? A Premier Craft tool of your choice. I'm going for something expensive. I'm going for that supersized guillotine.
Okay.
I think it's about 50 quid.
I still love the adorable scoreboard. I mean, I know
It
it's
is-
a classic.
It's a classic.
It's a classic for a reason.
It is the classic for a reason. It's very true. Right, okay, guys. Thank you very much, so much, for joining us on our rather silly The Roundup show today. We hope that you've enjoyed it. We absolutely have. TV schedule. Natalie will be with you at 1 p.m. and will be with you now that she's free at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. this Sunday with our all-new Whopper Toppers. Whopper Toppers are back. How cool's that? We're going to add the Hobbies to Him concept card kit to the rollover box, which is up here. So that's going to the rollover box. How's the rollover box doing? About £70 in, so it's adding up,
We
it's
need
adding
to
up.
add some stuff in there.
Next up on Hunky Dory TV, Anne-Marie and I are here to welcome you into a very exciting week. find out all about it Monday at 10 a.m. But guys, thank you so much for spending time with us. It's goodbye from Sheriff Dan. And yes, it is the waistcoat that has shrunk. It's not Sheriff Dan that's grown. It's goodbye from Sheriff Dan. It's goodbye from Deputy Fast Hands Emily Ralph.
Bye.
Goodbye. And it's a goodbye from Natalie, free as a bird, badmouth Musprat.
Howdy.
Have a lovely weekend. See you soon.